if you're not from Ghana, you do not know what GIPC is. GIPC is the Ghana Investment Promotions Council. They promote investments in the country, creating enabling environments for investors to be able to invest in the country. So we now welcome Mr. Ashong, please.
Good morning, everyone. Your Excellencies, distinguished participants, Nime and Ananum, members of the press. I'm here on behalf of the Chief Executive of the Ghana Investment Promotion Center, Mr. Yofi Grant, who is out of the country on official assignment. But we at the GIPC value this unique program. So he decided that definitely GIPC must be present to say a few words. As the lady said, our job is to promote and coordinate investments in the Ghanaian economy. And we cater for both Ghanaian and non-Ghanaian businesses. So for the Ghanaian businesses on this call, our doors are open and you can come and benefit from the service offerings that we do have. The first one I'd like to talk about is our advisory services. We have a sector specialist, so if you want to go into business, please call on us and we will guide you accordingly. We also grant investment incentives, and so once you register with the GIPC, you can take advantage of these incentives. Now, the Africa Global Investment Forum on the theme Hand in Hand with Africa Investment Opportunities under CFTA. As we are all aware, the commencement of trading under the AFCFTA has been fraught with many challenges. Chief among these challenges is the COVID-19 pandemic, which led to the postponement of trade under CFTA from July 2020 to January 2021. Indeed, the impact of the pandemic on the continent has been far-reaching, touching every aspect of human life, but most especially, the pandemic has hit the economies of various African countries. This impact was inevitable, as most African countries are reliant on exports to Europe and Asia while importing finished goods from these areas. The CFTA is expected to create a free trade area for goods and services, as well as facilitate the free movement of people and businesses across Africa. The implementation of the AFCFTA would integrate, industrialize, and diversify the continent. The size of the targeted market for the free trade area is expected to increase to about 1.7 billion by the year 2030. Out of this, 600 million people are expected to be within the middle income bracket. This creates a whole market for the trade in goods and services among all countries within the free trade area. According to the Economic Commission for Africa, the Continental Free Trade Agreement is expected to increase trade by about 52.3% through the elimination of import duties. This will create conditions for the growth of regional value chains and the integration into the global value chain. Businesses are expected to enjoy economies of scale and cheaper raw materials and intermediate inputs for the production of goods through the elimination of trade barriers. Intra-African trade is also expected to facilitate the increase in external direct capital flows into local businesses. The free trade area is expected to increase healthy competition among industries in various countries through the utilization of the various opportunities available for wide market access and efficient allocation of resources. This is expected to grow businesses on the continent, creating the right environment for investors to take advantage of the limitless opportunities within the continent. These opportunities exist in sectors such as the healthcare and wellness sector, which is expected to be worth about 160 billion by 2024, the agricultural sector, which is expected to be worth some 1 trillion by 2030, the clothing sector, which is expected to clothe about 1.6 billion by 2030, and the tourism sector, which is expected to see spending on the sector reaching about 261.77 billion by 2030. For the AFTA to succeed, and as rightly indicated in the objectives, the role of women as the backbone of African economics cannot be discounted. According to the Global Entrepreneurship Monitor, about 30% of African continent's female adult population are engaged in entrepreneurial activity, which is one of the highest percentage of women entrepreneurs in the world. Women empowerment and independence, as well as the betterment of their political, social, and economic and health status, are critical for achieving sustainable development. On many levels of society, a power imbalance exists that impedes women's growth and ability to live healthy and full lives. Changing this needs policy and program initiatives that improve women's access to stable livelihoods and economic resources. Government should establish mechanisms to accelerate women's participation and representation at all levels of the political process and public life in each community, allowing women to express their concerns and needs, and ensuring women's full and equal participation in the decision-making process in all spheres of life. It is also important to close the gender gap so that we are able to achieve the 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development, especially Goal 5, which is to achieve gender equality, and Goal 8, to promote full and productive employment and decent work for all. The program also talked about the youth and SMEs, and last week we had the Youth Connect Africa conference at the Accra International Conference Center. I'm sure some of you were there, and that was also a platform to see how best we can empower the youth to sustain the continent's development. So I'm very happy that it's also being featured in this program. SMEs are also very important. They form the bulk of our businesses. So to Mr. Aful and his team, congrats for thinking about this very, very important segment of our business environment. I would like to end by encouraging investors in African businesses to take advantage of the opportunities under the CFTA to spearhead this new era in African trade. Ghana, through the lead investment agency, that is the GIPC, and in conjunction with our stakeholders such as the Ghana Free Zones Board, Ghana Export Promotion Authority, Minerals Commission, Petroleum Commission, just to name a few, will continue to encourage and promote both foreign and local investments on the continent by leveraging on our directorship role of representing the Sub-Saharan Africa region on the World Association of Investment Promotion Agencies Steering Committee. Last week, Mr. Yofi Grant was re-elected for another 2-year term to represent Sub-Saharan Africa on the steering committee. So we still have a voice to be able to direct investments onto the African continent. I'm also very happy with the topics to be covered over the 3-day period, and I would like to urge all participants to take advantage of this unique platform to learn more about the CFTA, to improve their businesses. I always say that no matter what you know, when you attend a conference, you walk away richer. So let's all be very attentive and participate actively in the discussion so that at the end of the day, we will be more knowledgeable as far as CFTA is concerned and how we can position ourselves to take advantage of the opportunities. And on that note, I'd like to wish all of us a successful summit and to thank APN for this bold initiative. Thank you once again.